Now a fight out at center ice as Pappin and D.Awrey go at it. And now Maloney goes at D.Awrey. This, John, is what we were saying. The newspapers were beefing up, and now the Bruins come off the bench as the Hawks were trying to get in from their own bench. They were holding one of the Bruins from the Chicago bench, which triggered the Bruins coming off of their bench. It started between J.Pappin and D.Awrey while the play was inside. The fans are trying to get it. Both Ken Hodge and Bobby Orr. K.Magnuson being held off. Now Bobby Hull is going in, being held off by Ace Bailey. And it's now at center ice. It looks like Derek Sanderson and Dan Maloney. No, it's Ted Green and Dan Maloney. Now Bobby Hull trying to move in. Green right along the boards, and Dan Maloney, or trying to hold Magnuson off. And they're all piling in. Green and Dan Maloney right along by the boards. Korath trying to get in. There must be 10 or 15 going at once here. At the Chicago bench, it's Eric Nestorenko and Rick Smith. Cashman and Maloney going at it. Green still in there. This is not hockey, but unfortunately it's a byproduct of it. There's the sticks and gloves, and that's where the action is.
You know, Don, it actually all started over there by the Chicago bench. I don't know who was over there, but there were a Chicago player and a Bruin, and the Chicago players on the bench were holding the Bruin back, and that's when all the Bruins came off the bench to help out. And it looks like things have subsided a little bit down there.
If we could get a close-up of Dan Maloney, number 19 of Chicago, he looks as though he got the worst of the going. And here we go again as Sanderson and Magnuson go at it. This is the danger of not clearing the ice after an altercation has quieted down. It broke out again between Sanderson and Magnuson. Now Schmier and Carlson. Schmier and Carlson, as George Ashley is trying to break them up.